Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday, May 23rd, 2025, and I am finally officially getting ready to enter the 2025 Rice Challenge. Check out Joy of Joy in the Home and Garden for like all of the official deets on this 2025 Rice Challenge. But I'm going to be using this 5-gallon bucket that is about 1/3 full with waterlogged peat moss. And y'all, this peat moss have been sitting in here for at least 2 full months, probably closer to 3 months. I have my 2023 Mi Gardener long grain rice. This has bone meal on the top and a bunch of soil under. Now I know rice is a big nitrogen feeder, but y'all, I'm trying not to have to dig through a whole bunch of buckets and stuff, and I had this soil available. So this is probably soil that I had in some of my raised beds, and just the bone meal on the top from when that bone meal bust, the bag bust, because some critters got into it. And this was the bone meal that had spilled on the ground. Y'all know me, hashtag waste not, want not. And I surely was going to try to recoup as much of this as possible. So let me just dump all of this soil in here. And let me see what I'm working with. And of course, y'all, when I come out here, we got to have a whole construction scene going on. But I'm going to dump this in here. Let me see what I end up needing after this. Y'all, trying to do this with one hand. Ugh. Okay, hopefully it might not be up. Now y'all look. Hold on. And y'all know, because I bet you they got a spider somewhere around here. Hold on, y'all. Alright, so here is the soil from that bucket. Let's break this up a little bit and see what we working with. Got some old roots. I hope they not alive. I don't want nothing else growing in here. So this is the soil and the bone meal. I'm gonna add a little bit more soil to this bucket. Now you can grow rice in waterlogged soil, but you can also grow it what they call a dry method, and that's just regular. Like, you have your regular soil like this. You moisten it and you keep it moist, and you can grow your rice like that. It doesn't have to be soupy, swampy soil, but you have to keep the soil moist. And y'all saw the bottom of this bucket, which does not have holes in it. That peat moss is waterlogged down there. I have this soil right here. So basically it's the waterlogged peat moss. It's the bone meal, because I flipped the bucket upside down. It's soil that I already had in my garden, and now I gotta go find, you know what I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna add some compost. So let me get some compost, and I'm gonna add that to this bucket. All right, y'all, I got about half of this bucket, or half a bucket of compost, and I'm just gonna add that into my 5-gallon bucket. I don't want to fill a 5-gallon bucket all the way to the top, because I need room for the rice, of course, and I need room for the water without it spilling over the bucket. So let's dump this in here. And I done took my glove off, so y'all know I got to put it back on. Hold up now, let me work. Y'all, and I'm kind of at a place where I might be doing a quick backyard shenanigans tour. It's not finished. I mean, the garden is never finished, but it's not like 100% how I want it. It's barely the 85% I told y'all it needed to be before I did the video, but I give like some updates, y'all. And I hate wasting that compost, but yeah, going to a good place. All right, now this compost, I know from experience, is a little hydrophobic right now, so Let's put some water on this, and then you'll see, like, if the water bead up, you'll see what I'm talking about. And of course, the hose pipe won't play games. All right, let's see. All right, you see how the water just like bead on the top? I knew the hose was twisted. Hold on, y'all. Yep, you see how the water just bead up on the top? So I'm gonna water this, and I'm gonna let this soak in. I gotta let this water soak in. And remember, there's no holes, so you don't want holes in the container that you're growing your rice in. Well, like, again, I say, like, it depends. If you're gonna do it the dry route, where you plant your rice just like you do with regular soil. It's not waterlogged, but you do keep it moist. You can do it like that, or you can do like the swampy method. I think mine gonna be somewhere in between. We're gonna see how the rice grows in this environment. So a quick recap: I have waterlogged peat moss at the bottom, then I have some bone meal, and I have some soil, and then on top here I have compost that I need to continue wetting and allow it to get moist, because compost is hydrophobic. That and peat moss. So if you have a mix that have peat moss and or compost in it, you need to pre-moisten it before you plant whatever it is you're gonna plant. Give that water time to actually soak in to your soil mix before planting. And you can see it's still, and it's like the more I stir, I keep bringing up dry, keep bringing up dry. See that? And this, now see, but this soil is also, this mix is heavy with the compost on the top. And I don't know how the rice is going to handle that. Well, I know rice can grow in poor soil, but I guess I'm going to have to make this soupy if I want, like, the germination to be successful. Because I don't know if the seeds, if the rice seeds will be able to fight through thick, heavy soil that's not moist. So we're gonna try this, y'all. And this is an experiment for me. This is my first time growing rice. I'm pretty sure there are several perfect ways to grow rice and get it right the first time, but actually that's not what I'm going for. I'm going for the experiment, and I want to see how can I grow rice in a 5-gallon bucket under, you know, not perfectly ideal conditions. So this is looking a little soupy to me. I think the water is starting to make its way down through the compost and into the soil, and eventually that water is going to meet up with the water that's already in the peat moss that's at the bottom of this bucket. I think this is soupy enough for me to put these rice grains in here. I think this is enough moisture for the rice seeds to germinate. And y'all, what I'm gonna have to do is take one of my buckets, my little wire baskets that I got from Dollar Tree, and like sit it over the top of this, because I got a lot of birds. I have a lot of birds around here, and it's funny to me because I don't have a lot of stuff planted, but Aunt Jerry's raised bed, I'm just letting the whole raised bed go to seed. And I do see a lot of birds, you know, like coming around there. And also, you know, it's that time for the birds to be around. And I normally have a lot of birds, you know, like flying by and passing through. But this year I got a lot like hanging around. And like I said, it's just so funny to me because I have the least stuff growing in my garden right now. All of my seedlings, well, not all, but a lot of the seedlings, remember when I did those 4 live streams and I sowed all of those seeds? Y'all, I have not been a good steward, and my timing have been 100% off. And a lot of those seedlings, they either did not make it or they are in not the best condition. But we're going to get those going. And I have plenty seeds, so I can always resow the seeds. And by it being warmer now, germination is going to happen even faster. So these are my rice seeds. Again, 2023 M.I. Gardner long grain rice. I believe this is just the plain white rice. And it says direct sow after last frost. So 5 to 10 days germination between 55 and 60 degrees. We definitely a lot longer than that, but as you can see, it takes a while. So this is 90 to 100 days. It says plant spacing 6 inches and plant size can be about 3 feet tall. You know, we're gonna see. I have not opened this package, so it's a little crooked on there, but I didn't open it. But let me open it now, and let's see what the rice grains look like. All right, now if you can see, that's what the rice grains look like. And I'm not gonna spread this whole packet because, again, you know, I'm just working in this 5-gallon bucket. So let's see, but I am just gonna kind of broadcast them around. And y'all, look at these seeds. So these seeds, like, they still have the hull on them. You could tell they don't look like store-bought rice grains. That's because they still have the hull on them. And I am just gonna let them sprinkle around, y'all, and we're gonna see what happens. Should I put a little bit more? I'm gonna put just a little bit more, just in case, because everything might not come up. Oh yeah, just a little bit. Look, just a little bit more. Now, why did I just that little bit, y'all? I probably could have left that in the pack, but I didn't. All right, so this is what my seeds look like. These are the seeds I'm using. Now, these are 2023 seeds. It is May 2025, so we're gonna see if that has any kind of effect on it. I really want to put something over the top of this because, like I said, I have a lot of birds around here, and I can see them coming as soon as I leave. I can see them coming around here and picking out all of the rice. Now, this is the basket I'm talking about, and these baskets are pretty light, y'all, but it might. I gotta see. We're gonna see if I can hold it and see if it's gonna sink through or if it's gonna sit on top. Y'all, trying to do all this with one hand is just not the business. But let's see, y'all, because y'all know everything around here got spiders. Now this basket is pretty light, so let's see. Of course it's not big enough. Let me try to see. I don't want to put the lid on it because I want the seeds to have some light. Or, you know what? What if I put the top over it just from the beginning? Let me see. And of course it says full sun. Of course it says full sun, but at least it is container friendly. Let's see. It says it's easy to grow. You don't need a rice paddy. The plants will grow as long as they are kept damp and well watered. Once plants reach the 4-leaf stage, continuously flood 2 to 3 inches until mature. So, y'all, I know these. I know that they need. But I'm just thinking, what if I just do this? Like, just a little. I mean, you know, and it just to like get them started. And I'll check, like, as soon as I see like any kind of germination coming, then I'll take the lid off. I just don't want the birds to come pick out all of the seeds. That's what I'm trying to avoid. And if this basket was big enough, I would just sit that over there. Or what if I kind of do like this and then just do like this? Just something to, hold on. Let's see if this gonna work. I don't know. Yeah, let's just try this. Just something to like deter the birds. Hopefully they don't get smart enough and like knock the basket off. All right, y'all. So this is me entering the 2025 rice challenge on Friday, May the 23rd, 2025. I have my MI Gardner 2023 long grain rice, 5-gallon bucket. From the bottom to the top, I have waterlogged peat moss, bone meal, soil, old soil, and compost on the top. Now I know rice grains need a lot of nitrogen, so after they germinate and stuff like that, I'll see about adding some nitrogen or fish fertilizer or whatever. Just I'll add some nitrogen. But for right now, we just gonna see how this goes. So again, Friday, May 23rd, 2025, officially entering the 2025 rice challenge, 5-gallon bucket, Frankenstein mix. And we'll see how it goes. That's all I have for this video. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. Click that notifications bell. Make sure it is set to all. Like, comment, and share with everyone you know. And until next time, y'all, be safe, be well, and be blessed.